heat wave is over. It's like September 10th or 11th. It's Sunday, something like that. Sometimes I get my dates wrong and people think I time travel, but I really don't. I just get my dates wrong. Anyway, you probably remember the heat wave just the other day. Friggin' scorching. It was 100 and my neighbor said it was 117 up here like 2 days in a row. 117. I told my guy to water the trees the best he could. And let's take a look at what happened. Here's the southwest side of the small little avocado tree, and it got scorched. Look at that. But you know, it's gonna grow back. Also, where the sun hit it, the avocados, they got scorched. See in there? Scorched. Scorched. So what does it tell you? Well, let's keep evaluating. This is a smaller tree. Now down in here, whoops, that fruit is still perfect. All right, where it was shaded. So what does it tell you? It tells you can grow avocados where it's just insanely hot, but your trees are gonna get a little beat up and you want your fruit to be within the canopy of the tree, which would shade them. And you know, this is why we paint our trunks white, people, because if you don't, you get sunburn. That's gonna really kind of kill off the conductive capacity of the phloem or the phloem, or you know, the juices heading out to the head of the tree here. But these avocados would be okay. But yeah, if this were painted white, that wouldn't have happened. Look, where the sun didn't hit it, green. Where the sun hit it, black. So, you know, these bigger trees can handle a certain degree of that. Same thing over here, where the sun snuck in and blasted it with oven-like temperatures of 100, probably close to 120 with all this gravel around here. This thing got, you know, blistered pretty well. But look, the fruit that was shaded, perfect, perfect. On the interior of the tree, lots of perfect fruit. Even the stuff that browned out a little bit, blacked out, we'll be able to eat that. You just have to cut out that part. So I think that was an extreme event. In fact, I know it was. Whether that just becomes normal or not, it remains to be seen, and it is entirely possible, and I think is likely. But that kind of, you know, there's the fruit drop right there. Like I said, there's plenty of fruit for me to eat, no problem. And there's some other trees up here. I guess I'm looking at the shaded side of the tree. These are Pinkertons. Look at this thing. It's just like unfazed. It's gorgeous. Even the new growth looks perfect. But that may be different on the side where the sun hit. Let's go take a look. Over here, see if we can see. Oh yeah. See, the sun sets over there. This low angle sun is murderous on these trees. So you can see, yeah, 117 degrees on this side of the tree. Blistered it real good. Oh, and look at the fruit. It's yellow. See that? Sun damage, heat damage. But I'm sure, here's same thing in here. This is Pinkerton, same thing. But I'm sure if we found some fruit in the shaded part of the tree, it's perfect. Perfect. So I guess what you could do if you want to thin your fruit, maybe thin it out on the west side of the tree, southwest side of the tree, on the ones that are hanging out on the edge. That way it'll give more energy to the ones that are on the interior. Never heard of anybody doing that, but you heard it here first. Maybe that's a strategy. I imagine these other trees are the same. Now look, over here, you'd think the little trees would freak out during such conditions. Let's go see what happened to them. I mean, they kind of freak out anyway here because it's so hot. Here's the Pinkerton. They got blasted on the hot side. Looks good on the other side. This is just a seedling that I'm grafting all kinds of varieties onto. It's suffering a little bit, but of course we painted it white real good. But look at this over here. Here's a baby, grafted baby. Painted it white really good. And this thing went through 117 degrees as a little baby, full sun. So I imagine in fall here, we're gonna get all this new growth. Look, it's gonna be fine. Same thing up here. Got a little blasted, but same thing. It's actually a big mup, so we got to get that variety going. Everybody's asking for it. I had some setbacks with that variety, but it's finally there. It is. It's coming around. So anyway, yeah, that's these are probably the most extreme conditions you'll ever get in Northern California. This is probably the most extreme, hottest, driest climate north of Paso Robles, Santa Barbara, I would think, right here where I am, for all kinds of reasons. And and we got the hottest heat wave we've ever gotten, and that's the result. If trees were bigger, they'd do better. But just keep a lot of water in your trees during those heat waves, mist them down if you can, and maybe pick the fruit that's hanging out on the edge on the west side, since it's going to burn up anyway. Divert all the energy to the interior fruit. And then also the gem variety is known for holding fruit on the interior of the tree where it's shaded, so this doesn't happen. So that's the new Central Valley variety. So we'll be growing those here and all kinds of others just for fun and for consumption. All right, that's it. We had a good time with my buddies tubing on the river. Got to clean up the aftermath. And yeah, we all survived. No casualties. Yeah, every man went home this time, which is great. All right, that's it.